Welcome back to the 2.5 LLCs podcast. My name is Dre. We got Trav here. We got Antwon here. And we got temporary guest Key on the side here.
Yo.
And this is episode 32. Now, recently we just picked our list of the 64 rappers that are going to be in our March Madness bracket. That will be coming out very soon. If you think you know who's going to be in that bracket, put it down in the comment section, recommend it, and let the people know that we have one of the greatest lists of all time. And if you don't like our list, make your own list because it's our list. It don't matter what you think about it. Tom Brady Unretired.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Who didn't see that coming?
When was this? When did this just...
Like an hour ago.
Oh, I was on the phone with a partner, so... That sounds mad sus. A song, a partner, female partner. Singer.
What did you say, a lady?
Huh?
What did you say, a young lady?
A young lady, a young individual. She can identify as man, I wouldn't judge.
Okay.
But she's a lady.
Are you sure?
Nah, she's a lady.
You sure? She told you that? Or you just say that for her?
I mean, she had a girlfriend.
Okay, you didn't answer my question.
Is she the man in the relationship?
I haven't physically met her yet like that, and since this is going up there, this is the lady I'm talking about having on the show.
That
So
you are self-identifying her as a lady. You know, they get really mad about that shit nowadays.
yo, first off, I'm letting you know, I'm a peacekeeper. However you identify us, I will acknowledge you as because it's your life. But if I don't know, my apologies. Piss off. You can't get mad at someone for not knowing. That is unfair to them and to yourself because you're not giving someone a chance to actually ask you, what are you? And when they ask you, what are you, you sound pretty freaking ridiculous.
Say, what do you identify as?
No. Even when you say that, some people are like, oh, him, her. Oh,
I mean, what are your
penis.
pronouns? You said what?
What do you identify? Oh, him, her. Okay, me, penis. Nig. You finish it.
I go with goddess.
Now, if they go by sir, you won't call them a goddess?
I'm calling
Hell
by
no.
goddess.
I don't care. Yo, this era really pisses me off for that. I don't like the cancel era, that the cancel culture era, whatever. I don't like that. I don't like the SoundCloud chasers.
You don't like people not taking accountability for anything they do?
I don't like people not taking accountability for anything they do. You're gonna get mad at someone for trying to assume properly because of how you're carrying yourself. People can only assume for so much. Don't assume, ask. Then you get offended when they ask. That is probably the most cruel thing you can do to someone, because you may just be missing and blocking out on your blessing because you were so worried about what everyone else is worried about. Do you really care? I had a coworker earlier today. I'm gonna take it serious before we end the show real quick. But congratulations to Mr. Unretiree. Anyway, I had a coworker earlier today. This guy called her Louisa or whatever, right? Like Louisa or Lauren, butchering her name, and she acknowledged him. That if you just met someone and you forgot their name, I get that. But you are a return person for her and you're still calling her the wrong name? That's kind of disrespectful. She said, oh, no, it's okay. Yo, shorty, my personal opinion, that's not okay. But if you're okay with that, cool. No, it's not about to call me out my name. That I don't appreciate. I will acknowledge it. Like, hey, it's actually Travis. Like, I get it, you know.
They're way off. I understand. If somebody come up to me and be like, hey, Alicia. I'm not going to turn around because that ain't my fucking name.
You see what I mean? But if someone be like, oh, my bad, honey, I forgot your name. What's your name? Would you say it? Or would you just be like, no, you...
Yeah, I'd be like, I'll make sure I say it. I say, Kia.
Like, what if they say,
car.
hey, Kaya?
No.
That's not too far.
But
that's not too far a difference.
That's a whole fucking different person.
It's a whole different name. Don't get me wrong.
I knew. Yeah.
All right. How do you feel if someone call you Anthony?
I don't like that shit.
Antonio.
No.
Right? You like people calling you by your name. So if you don't tell anybody or even help instill them in their head, they're going to keep just like, hey, Ant. Because some people give up.
Man, people can't even get Andre right, bro. That joint pisses me.
Yo, Andre.
I used to get that. Andrew, another common one. Andy.
Like my coworker Andrew, we talk about DC a lot, right? And I knew I was gonna forget his name, but like everyone in the store has some kind of nickname, right? My friend Laura, she calls me Triggedy. I'm like, don't do that. That's very triggering. It's cute, but someone else used to call me that. So I was like, yeah, just not with that one. I call Andrew DC, and someone earlier today I was like, yo, DC, and they looked like, what the heck is DC? But that's my nickname for him. Like that's something we both agreed to. Like that was cool. Because we both like the DC comics and whatnot.
Yeah, I called this one girl at work Twinkie, and just the reason why I named mine Twinkie is because I was trying. She's like one of those Mexican girls that are very like white, so she's dark on the outside. And
I had something, but I'm like, I'm gonna let it play out. Yeah.
She's dark on the outside and white on the inside, and I couldn't think of anything fast enough.
That's how I felt about
I said
last night. Quick question: y'all ever want to date someone? But because you know them or have an idea about who they are, not that that changes how you feel about them or how you think about them. It's just like you question if you should even do it.
Oh, what she thought?
No. Thank God, no. It's just like...
What, she treachy?
No.
Freaky?
Yeah, but... she gives me like... You can tell she's a college girl. Like, went to university, like... cool to go out, for a couple drinks and party and still get her work done, college girl, which is cool. But
no, she doesn't jump off.
You think she's a jump off?
It sounds like a jump off. Looks like a jump off. Probably is a jump off.
You think she looks like a jump off?
What's a jump off?
Describing this woman as a jump off, right?
No, that's not how I'm trying to describe her. It's like,
I'm not saying that is, but it's
how would you describe? Okay. Since we both know who the individual is,
okay.
How would you describe her?
I don't know that well, but from what you're telling me right now,
no, like. I feel like I'm doing a piss poor job describing this young lady.
You probably are.
She is very intelligent, very funny.
Immature. Is that what you're looking for?
No, mature, very mature. Knows when to be immature, when it's okay to just be silly. Right?
And you're not dating her because why?
Well, one, I don't even know if it's going to be reciprocated, too well.
Are you going to ask her?
I mean, we're both always super busy. Like, her now more than anything, and so am I. Like, I make the effort, I will continue to make the effort, but like I said, I got other things that I have going on for me, and it's like, I want to give it a shot. Like, really actually putting my best foot forward to try, but at the same time, like, I don't want to do something just to have to leave. I've done that before, and it's like one of the worst feelings. And I didn't have a choice in the matter. This time I do have a choice in the matter, and I'm not staying for anyone. I have things that I meant to do that I'll be able to do, and I'm going to go do it. Now, if this person wanted to come along for a ride, cool. But you can't just ask someone to do that. That's a big jump. So I guess that's why I don't want to, ask. I don't know. I feel like this is what my manager said, and this is, the best thing I've ever heard. He said he dropped a piece of paper down on the floor, right? He said, all right, you have 1 foot in yesterday, you have 1 foot on the future. And you're literally pissing the day away in between. He's like, you can't focus too much on tomorrow. It's undecided. You can't focus on what already happened. What can you do right now?
Bless you.
In that moment, thank you. But live. And I'm like, you got a point. I want to live in the moment, but at the same time, it's like, because it's even worse. Because when you have people like Supergirl, that you still have in your mind, it's like, eh. Then when you have someone like 180103, 05, oh wait, 12. Let me stop. Anyway, I said 12. But yeah, I got codes. It's just, I don't know. When you have a bunch of other experiences that are very, not cut and dry, they're very open. Cut, it'll bleed, but you'll heal. And you're walking into something new. And you're gonna be the one going out in this situation. Is it smart? I guess is the question. If you know you're gonna end up leaving, right? Mm-hmm. And you want to date, The thing I'm worried about is the whole catching feelings portion, because I want to, because I had them. You know what I mean?
Well, if you know you got things to do and places to go, then you don't start anything you don't want to end.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's all it is, man. Just like I said, except you young, you trying to have some fun, man.
No, look, I want to own land. I want to own a ranch. I don't want to move back to the city. That's not what I want.
But you have to accept at certain times, at certain points, you can't do certain things.
Yeah, exactly. And
That's all it is.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
But yeah, you move forward. You move on. You know, how did Chris Evans say this, Captain America? Some people move on. Some do, but not us.
See, when you're young and going through life, you move at a pace where you don't know what's going to happen next until you get settled.
Right.
You don't start things that's going to interrupt your settlement, or you become very unsettled. So along the journey as a youth, you try to withstand or get away from certain situations that you know you're going to get into that's going to make that unsettling. Obviously, we all make mistakes, and we all know that anything can happen. So just do our best to make the transitions that we make in life as smooth and as healthy as possible, so we can have that destiny that was set for us and was written for us in our scripts in life to be the best that it can develop into.
Like I said before, it's not them numbers written on that side of stone. It's that dash between that tells the journey. So I hear you.
And for some people, relationships maybe like I said, jobs, kids, work, a lot of other stuff that can disrupt that journey.
Yeah.
So do what you can to withstand those till you get settled. But if it happens, just deal with it accordingly so you're able to move on to the next phase.
Can you imagine? And this is just like for us, or whatever, because you know, and y'all can laugh at it if you want. When me and him got to school together, right? I know one of my old friends. He put a date on like how long it would take me to do certain things, and this one was telling me not to do certain things. Right? This is the one I should have been listening to. Remember how I told you my uncle was like, I give you X amount of time before this happens, or you think you get someone pregnant, or blah 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 blah. I'm not a daddy. I ain't got nobody pregnant. Thank God. When I move out, when I get to where I'm going, what you thinking? What you giving me?
For what?
For a similar situation. Not that I'm gonna mimic those same behaviors.
Oh, you
like,
talking about like kids and stuff like
yeah.
that? I'll give you about like 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's nice.
If you moving at that pace like that, if you really want to do it that much, I'll give you 3.
Respect. You know what I give Zoe? You know what I give Zoe for 5.
How long you give Dre?
Like 20.
You want the truth?
Yeah.
21. Now let me stop. Jay, you're what, 20, about to be 25 this year?
Probably 25, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Dre, you getting old,
we
man.
Getting old, bro. He turned 25 in 2024. I feel like a baby. And that's like a year difference, anywho.
And hear me just turned 35.
Yeah, that's crazy. What'd you say?
I'll be turning 35.
You lying.
No,
You be turning how old?
35.
Yeah, so she could definitely. That's cat. Yo, listen. You know what's really crazy? Like, the more I hear this man talk, right? The more I realize how much older he is than me. And I don't know if I said that to you last time.
I don't think so.
But, like, he just puts off a straight maturity. Not just because he's quiet.
Yeah.
But how he answers, right?
He answers like a 40-year-old man.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I can give him. You look black, don't crap, baby. There you go. Unless you look like me, but that's okay.
Damn.
You kidding me? Hold on. Y'all see this piece of gray right here?
Hey, man, you going through too much stress, man.
Nah, I call it wisdom.
Alright.
With a hint of stress.
Alright.
You call it whatever you want.
But nah, that's cool though. Y'all still young. Don't go thinking y'all old. Y'all older than us, but still.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. I'm alright. I mean, I have no choice. Not like, when I'm drink this magic potion, I'm 10 years younger. Yeah. And I probably wouldn't want to be 10 years younger because that was a stressful time, man. The 20, y'all age is stressful as shit.
So I got a question for both of y'all because you didn't live through 24, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I don't mean to be disrespectful saying it, but me rounding up those numbers, I think about you about to be you as old as my sister. Y'all both be as my sister Tiffany. So you're 91. Okay. Sorry, Tiffany.
I was born
There's like a bunch of y'all, so I forget your birthdays.
87.
Wow.
97.
Wow.
Yeah, when he put the 9 in front of it, kind of rude.
No, I feel cheated because I'm 98.
Like, and then God, when I hear people born in 2000 something, I'm like,
Nah, that trips me out. I know that's only like a 2-year difference, but there's still a difference.
2000 kids is weird, but
Like, nah, I saw this kid, 5-year-old, right, in my store. How old are you? 5? Why are you walking and talking? Like, that's how I felt.
I mean, 5-year-olds supposed to walk and talk.
I know they are. How many years ago what year was 5 years ago, y'all? Really, we all need to go back to math?
17.
Yes.
Okay.
Yo, that was so not cool.
I was gonna do fucking math like that. What the hell?
Bro, it's 22, right? 1, 0, 9, 8, 7.
17,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just minus 2 years, minus 3. Yeah.
There you go. Wait, huh?
Minus 2 years, minus 3 equals 5. Yeah.
There you go. Yes.
17.
Yeah.
That's how I do quick math.
2017, that's me when I got out of high school. Like it's a year after I got out of high school. So what advice and what's something you could say about us or about Drake since y'all know him? Since y'all know him more than y'all know me.
About y'all being 20 and below. You talking about being 20 and below or about y'all individually?
But nah, just us individually right now. Like, cause I know Drake carries himself fairly well, and I know I can be pretty comical. I know I try to make some of you guys laugh.
Drake, he sounds like he's our age.
Yeah, he definitely puts that on.
Yeah, but you sound 10 years older, so.
Well, he sounds like.
Yeah, he sounds like.
Wait, the age that we are currently sitting at.
He sounds like, listen, when you get to my age, you're gonna start sitting on your nutsack on the toilet. Yo, my dad said that to me when I was like 19. Me about to be 24. I'm like, yo, what the huh? Yo, you remember when you said this to me? He's like, yeah, you getting it yet? I'm like, dude, that's gross. He's like, yeah, I know. It was just funny, but it was just a thought. I said, where y'all see me at? I'll take the constructive criticism. 22, it's okay.
Wow.
I mean, I just did a podcast with you twice. I don't know.
Talk to the microphone.
Oh, it's part of the podcast too. I thought this was like
props.
I would say. I mean, I think both of y'all are, I guess, well beyond your years and maturity, like from what I can see. But
I think when you talk to Dre, it makes me realize the actual age. Because he talks to you way different than he talks to me.
Which is kind of given with this with our generation.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Because like for me, with my older friends, it's. I feel like you would think all of us are in our mid to late 30s if you saw me with my older friends, right? Like I said, you guys are around him a lot more, and it's like you guys wouldn't be around him if you didn't take him seriously enough. Like he could catch up with you guys or keep up with you guys or stay, in that conversation.
Yeah.
But me with my other friends, my older friends, I feel like that's how I'm looked at with them. Me with Dre, I get to actually act my age.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and I forget how that age is until I see it in you.
Right.
Because I'm used to being around old man Jenkins over here.
Old man Jenkins. Old man Myrtle. There we go. Old man Myrtle.
No, we not.
Shout out Sandlot. Shout out James Earl Jones. Old man Myrtle. You got that deep voice, so there you go.
I know.
Yeah. And the voice is something. Like you kind of got you do this and get that. Like what the fuck, bro?
I remember. No. There's I looked back in my notes when I was working for my book recently. This man Dre, we were getting on the bus, right? And he made. Yeah, I know the face he makes when he gets surprised about something like So look, there was this girl who got up on the bus with her, right? And I think this is a shorty that this wasn't on a bus like that, but everyone knew who she was. And she was like sitting like maybe a seat or two in front of Dre. And she just stood up with the wagon. And he was like it was just the first time I've seen this man really get so like expression, like just you could see the expressions on his face for real. And as soon as she started walking away, he said, God damn. Like, but it was the heaviest God, like, just ever. It's like I looked for it. I thought we had a creeper on the bus or something. It was just so low. But it was like, God damn.
Yeah. So imagine that voice coming up to the door at night twice in one night thinking you're not going to die.
Yo. Bro. I really wish. There's some days where, like, I'll notice how my voice goes back and forth, like...
It happened earlier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like...
What the fuck?
Yeah, like, I notice when my voice gets, like, really, really high one night. And, like, then there are times where I'm talking, and, like, I can feel the regular, just straight bass like it is now. It just drop. Like, whenever I'm, like, if I'm talking to last night, or whatever, right?
If you're talking to women, your voice automatically drops, like, 5 octaves.
But with Supergirl, it was just, like...
If you're talking to somebody you know, or that's commonplace where you keep your regular tone and go a little higher. But if you're trying to pull something...
It's so fun. And it's crazy. I really don't be trying that. It's just, I feel like it's all the time being on stage. Like, my coworkers, they be like...
Allegedly, you don't try.
He tries because he knows that he's talking to a girl, so he has to.
Yeah, when I'm talking to a girl, like, you know, that's part of that is that young mentality. Like, yeah, see me. But once, like... But that stuff fades away at the time because it's like... There's no pretending. There's sometimes when you wake up in the morning, you're like, damn, and scare yourself. Then there's times in the morning, it's just like, yo, I'm just having a conversation. I may get a little high, my bad. But nah. Like, but some of my guests be like, yo, you talk too low. Watch the podcast. I don't talk too low. I talk too much. But
I feel that.
you know what I mean? Then I can embrace it. God give me a mouth. I'm going to talk.
Hey, you do you, boo.
You know what I mean?
With that being said...
Thank you for tuning in for the 2.5 LLC podcast. I almost said a different name, but that's okay.
Yep.
But we want to thank our special guests tonight. Go ahead and shout out your names and your aliases and you know the best way to reach you at.
Call me Akia. Like, my pronouns are goddess. You can look at me up on IG and stuff like that. Just type Akia the Great, AKIA DAGREAT, and I'll pop up on the Googles.
Sir, Carter Boy 21. 2521.
Carter Boy 2521.
Carter.
All right, and we appreciate you all for watching, listening, hearing this in the morning, noon, and night, whenever you are listening and hearing this once again, Twin FLC's podcast. We will have Kia on once again. She was kind of an unexpected gift, so...
Mostly because I didn't want to move.
Yeah, be like that.
I would just sit here. Then I regretted every second of it, kind of. Not really. I regretted doing the podcast, but I should have left and got something to eat.
She said I should have left. I'm dealing with two 20-plus-year-olds, bro.
No, because after I said I'm going to dip out early, I felt like I shouldn't dip out early. I should just see it through. Just commit to the whole thing. So I had my plans on dipping out early, but I couldn't because I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that.
I hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you. Stay safe.
Appreciate
The weather's
you,
getting a
man.
little brick.
It's getting brick, but now it's starting to warm up too. So
You know what I mean?
allergies gonna start acting up. Your body might start acting crazy.
Your
Because
cold
how
gonna
you're
turn
on with the
green.
weather. But
You realize
still.
how old your bones are?
Oh my God, I really did today. Crazy. Just make sure you stay wrapped up. Go ahead, like Dre. Stay wrapped up, bro. Like, you holding, bro.
You doing my whole condom? Is that what we do on this podcast?
What is it, bro?
What did you throw?
Is it a condom or is it wet wipe?
It's like a little eye wet wipe.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought I was throwing condoms. I'm not 16.
you're 24. You're right.
Oh, man. Anyway, appreciate y'all coming through the podcast. Until next time, man. 2 FLCs, we out. Deuces.